Do you often find yourself worrying about public perception and whether or not strangers in public think that you're cool? No? Well, you should. Here are some books that if you were reading in public, people would certainly think that you're cool. Stoner by John Williams. At worst, this proves that you have an internet connection. Why do I say that? Because this book has been everywhere, all over the internet, all over Book Talk, all over social media, interwebs, devices. What am I talking about? This book has been everywhere, and it is really good. It's really bleak. I read this about 10 years ago, not to brag, but before it blew up and it had its come up, I picked this up, and it's really good. It's very dark. It's very bleak. It is basically a man. We follow him from early life until death. He has all these hopes and dreams, and almost none of them come true. Does your ability to look cool hinge on looking edgy? Well, here are two books that will fulfill that. Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk and Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy. This book is one of the most depressing, dark, horrible, violent, gory. I don't even know. I'm running out of adjectives. It is all of those things, but boy, is it enjoyable. And Fight Club, you've probably heard of this because you've seen the movie, because you've seen Brad Pitt, because you've seen Brad Pitt at his peak when he was super duper cool. And this is also super duper cool and will make you look super duper cool in public if you are reading it. If Stoner by John Williams didn't prove that you have an internet connection, then The Secret History by Donna Tartt will surely do the trick. This has been all over the internet. What else is there to say that hasn't already been said about it? I'm not going to add much. It's dark academia. It's a bunch of horrible, vain, detestable, unlikable characters who do a horrible, detestable, unlikable act. And we find out why they did that. And these characters, just as you turn the page, they get just more and more unlikable. That being said, if somebody were to be walking by you and you were, parked on your local bench and somebody was like, hey, I think I've heard of that book, you could be like, yeah, do you also have internet? And they could be like, yeah. And you could be like, wow, cool, let's connect and bond over this book. James Baldwin's If Beale Street Could Talk. I don't know what specifically about this book would make you cool other than the fact that James Baldwin is cool as heck. He is just such a good author. He is so good. All of his books are great. This book, it's so sad. It's so depressing in many ways. All I know is if I walked by you and I saw you reading James Baldwin, I would think you're cool. And really, what's more important than that? True Grit by Charles Portis. Someone might be walking by you while you read this, or they're sitting next to you on a public transit, and they're like, hey, True Grit, isn't that a movie? And you can be like, actually, guess what, buddy? It's two movies. You're probably thinking of the one with Matt Damon. And they could be like, yeah, you know what? I am. There's another one. And you can be like, yeah, John Wayne. Ever heard of him? And they can be like, John Wayne, isn't that horrible racist guy? And you can be like, yeah, that's the one. Well, the book is cool too. The book is really good. Classic Western. What's not to like? And if people have ever doubted that you graduated high school and you have concerns over that, just bust out To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I mean, all jokes aside, this is a great book. You probably should have read this however old you are, subtract whatever number it takes to get back to high school, and that's when you should have read it. But if you haven't, pick it up now, because if you were sitting somewhere in public and you were reading this book, it shows that you are into classic literature and that you care about empathy and that you care about others. Wow, what a novel idea.